Dear listeners, I'm Dr. Atish Mundra, Associate Professor with SNJB, Sriman Suresh Dada Jain College of Pharmacy, Chandwad, Nasik, would like to discuss with you all regarding literature survey and its importance in successful completion of any research work. Let me start the presentation with an excellent quote. It is being said that the future is not something that we enter into. The future is something we create. And this holds true for a researcher. Unless and until the researcher is interested in completing the literature review related to the area or the field in which the researcher is going to work, his research work cannot be completed in true sense. And that's why he will have to enter in and completing the Herculean task of doing the literature thoroughly related to the field of the research. Now, what literature survey is all about? Literature survey is the essential preliminary task in order to acquaint yourself with the available body of knowledge in your area of interest or in the area in which you are going to do your research work. Literature review or literature survey is going to be an integral part of entire research process, and it makes a valuable contribution at each and every operational step of your research process. We have discussed what are the different steps which are involved into research process in our previous videos. All those steps can be completed successfully if at all the researcher has done a thorough literature review and survey, and then only each and every operational step can be completed by the researcher. The third important reason for going for literature survey is it helps you in each and every way while completing your research work. So let me tell you, as a beginner, you may find literature survey being time consuming, daunting, and frustrating. It will be frustrating sometime because the kind of things you are looking for may not be observed, or you may not get it easily. And that's why keywords which you put into search engines play an important role in getting the right article and right information. And at the end, when you get a thorough literature done, or when you get a complete background of a research area into which you want to work, can be completed and will be more rewarding. There are different functions which are being played by literature survey. The very first function is that it brings clarity and focus to your research. There are four important functions. We'll be discussing each and every in detail. The four functions are: bring clarity and focus to your research, that is the first one. Second one is it helps in improving your methodology. Third one is that it broadens your knowledge. And fourth one, it helps in contextualizing your findings. Let us elaborate each function. The very first function of going for literature survey is that it brings clarity and focus to your research work. The process of reviewing the literature, it helps you understand the subject area in a better manner, and it helps researcher to conceptualize the research problem clearly and precisely, because unless and until research problem is being cleared, and unless and until there is a clarity of thinking what exactly researcher want to do in that area, he or she will not be able to complete it successfully. And here, your literature survey, it helps you to understand the relationship between your research problem and the body of knowledge which is already present and exists into the area of research work in which you want to carry out your research. Next important function of literature survey is it helps in improving your methodology. A literature review tells you if others have used the procedure and methods which are similar to the one which you are thinking of, and which procedures and method have worked well previously with other researcher and what were the problems which were faced by them. So it will put you into a better position to select a proper methodology or proper technique that is capable of providing you the valid answer to your research question. So whenever we select a method or technique or procedure for completing our research work, which technique is to be used, which procedure is to be followed, that can be clear to you or that can be properly explained to you by your thorough literature, which will help you in selecting a proper methodology that is capable of providing a valid answer to your question. Third important function is it helps in broadening your knowledge regarding your research area. It ensures that, and it is expected that when we do collection of literature, you should read it thoroughly and critically. It will ensure that when you read regarding that subject in detail, you intend to conduct your research work in that study, and as a matter of going through various literature related to that field in detail and reading it critically will help you becoming an expert in the area of your study, and it helps in fulfilling that expectation that when we carry out research work into any particular field, we should be expert in that field, and that will be possible only when we are critically reading the literature which has been done by us or collected by us. It also helps us to understand how the findings of your study will fit into the existing body of knowledge. Because when you are carrying out a research work and when you come up with your research finding, how can you correlate your research finding with the available data which is there already documented into literature related to that field. And fourth important function which we which is being played by literature survey is it helps in contextualizing your finding. How do answers to your questions compare with what others have found? That can be only contextualized by knowing what exactly is being available already into the body of knowledge in that field. What contribution have you been able to make in the existing body of knowledge that can be done by you by knowing what literature is being already available? How are you finding your data and your outcomes different from those which are already present into the literature? And for able to answer this question, we need to go back to our literature review and understand how can I explain my result, my findings, and how can I correlate it with the existing stock of knowledge. It is important to place your finding in the context of what is being already known in the field of inquiry which you are doing. There are four steps which are being involved into reviewing the literature. It starts from search for the existing literature till you develop a conceptual framework. First step is search for existing literature. Second step is review the literature which is being selected. Third one is develop a theoretical plan. And fourth one is it will help you to develop a conceptual framework. Now let us discuss each and every in detail. Search for existing literature. For effectively completing your literature review in the field of your inquiry, it is imperative that you have in mind that at least some idea of broad subject area and of the problem you wish to investigate in order to set parameters for your search and compile a bibliography for this broad area. In short, you must know the proper keywords for searching the existing literature. And keyword will play an important role when you are trying to get literature related to your research area. Source for completing a thorough literature are books, journals, reprints, and patent database. When we talk about books, the advantage of book is that it gives good quality material which can help us forming a foundation of your research field or research area. It comprises a central part of your bibliography. The material which is being published into books is always of a good quality, and the findings are integrated with the other research to form a coherent body of knowledge of the material which is related to your field of inquiry. The other side of the coin while using books is that the material is not completely up to the mark because books are published and the current information cannot be included into the book when you are handling it or when you are going through it. So it takes a few years between the completion of a work and publication of it in a form of a book. So search for books in your area of interest, prepare a final list, and locate those books into the libraries or borrow them from other sources. Examine their contents. If you find that contents are not found to be relevant to your topic, then you can delete that book from your reading list. Those books where you are finding that the important information and critical information related to the field of inquiry is being given, those books should be there onto the priority list and you need to read them critically. Another tool of searching for existing literature is the journals. Ensure that you are going through a reputed journals or publishers for searching the existing literature. Journals provides you with the most up-to-date information even though there is a gap of 2 to 3 years between the completion of a research work and publication of it into a journal. As with books, you need to prepare a list of journals for identifying literature which is relevant to your area of interest, and this can be done by locating the hard copies of the journal that are appropriate to your study. You can take help of internet or you can look at the index of research abstract in the relevant field to identify and read the articles. Sometimes the articles may not be available in full length. At that time, you need to go for reprints as well. When you select the latest issue of a journal, examine its content page to see if there is an article of relevance to your research topic. If you feel a particular article is of relevance to you, then read its abstract. If you think you are likely to use it, photocopy or prepare a summary and record it for reference at the later use. If you are not finding a full length article or if you are not able to get the full length article from the journal, if it requires subscription and if it is not possible for you to subscribe to that journal, at that time you can think of asking for the reprint. A reprint is a republishing of a material that is already being previously published. Reprints are traditionally ordered directly from a publisher, or even you can get the reprints from the authors as well. There are two types of reprints which are available: author reprints and commercial reprint. So if you are not able to pay for the article for getting the reprint, then you can send a request mail to the author which is being marked as an author for communication, and you can request him or her for sending the reprint of his or her research article, because that article is going to change the course and path of your research work. And Another way of searching for the existing literature can be your patent database. You need to go through various patent database websites which are available and search for the patents which have been granted in the area of your research work and can clear lot many issues related to your research work. So patent database can be another tool for searching for existing literature. Once literature has been collected, you need to review the literature, and after identifying the books and articles which are found to be useful and related to your research area, the next step is you have to start reading them critically to pull together the themes and issues that are associated. If you do not have a theoretical framework of themes in mind to start with, use separate sheets of paper for each article or a book. Once you develop a rough framework, slot the findings from the material so far reviewed into the framework using a separate sheet of a paper for each theme of that framework. As you read further, go on slotting the information where it logically belongs under the theme so far developed. You may need to add more themes as you go on critically reading and reviewing the literature which has been selected by you. Read critically with particular reference to the following aspects. Note whether the knowledge relevant to your theoretical framework is confirmed beyond doubt. So there should not be any ambiguity in the area of your research work which you are going to carry out. Your theoretical knowledge should be clear. Note the theories put forward, the criticism which is being given for those and their basis, the methodologies which have been adopted for that, and criticism which have been forwarded for it. Examine to what extent the findings can be generalized to other situations. Ascertain the areas in which little or nothing is known, which is known as research gaps or gray areas into the research, and that can be highlighted or that can be tapped by you as a researcher. Once you have reviewed the literature, based on that you can develop a theoretical framework. As you have limited time, it is important to set parameters by reviewing the literature in relation to some main themes which is pertinent to your research topic. As you start reading the literature, you will realize that it deals with number of aspects that have a direct and indirect bearing or influence onto your research topic. Use these aspects as a basis for developing your theoretical framework. Until you go through the literature, you cannot develop a theoretical framework, and until you have developed a theoretical framework, it is very difficult for you to effectively review the literature which is being selected by you. Once you have developed the theoretical framework, literature which is pertinent to your study may deal with two types of information. One can be universal and second one can be more specific. In writing about such information, you should start with the general information, gradually narrowing down your focus to the specific point or specific topic with which you are going to deal into your research work. Once you have developed your theoretical framework, this will help you in conduction of your research work. Now, when you complete that, you will be in the position to develop a conceptual framework. In order to comply with the first function of the literature review, that is, it provides theoretical background to your study. You have listed the main themes that have emerged while reading the literature. You have converted those themes into subheadings. Subheadings should be precise, descriptive of the themes in question and follow a logical progression. And under each subheading, record the main findings with respect to the theme in question, highlighting the reasons for it and against an argument if they exist, and identify the gaps and issues. Based on that, you will carry out your research work knowing the research gaps or gray areas into your research work. After carrying out your research work, you will start compiling your research report, and while compiling or while putting your research finding onto paper, your conceptual framework will be formed or you will be in the position to develop your conceptual framework based on the literature which has been already completed by you or done by you. So in order to comply with the important function of literature, that is contextualizing the finding of your study, it requires you to very systematically compare your finding with those which has been made by other researcher in that area of research. Quote from these studies to show how your findings contradict, confirm, or add something new to the existing stock of knowledge. It places your findings in the context of what others have found out. This function is undertaken when writing about your finding or after analysis of your data, so that you will be in the better position to explain to the research world what exactly you have done in your research work and how your research findings are going to contribute immensely into the existing stock of knowledge. So all these things will be only possible when you have reviewed the literature critically and thoroughly, whatever you have collected during your research work. So as we have discussed previously, the search for existing literature can be done through either books, journals, reprints, and patent database. These four things will help you a lot for doing an excellent literature survey, and whatever literature you will be collecting from either books, journals, reprints, or database will help you in developing your important theoretical as well as your conceptual framework. Thank you. Thanks a lot.